Nze Selectoriums Live Uganda nkwaniriza n'olunaku lwa leero nga tugenda kunyumya ku mboozi zaffe ze tubaddeko kumala ebbanga ddene ez'okutunuulira ba artist abaachivinze ng'emyaka gikyali mito oba oli awo ate ne basanga okusomoozebwa ng'emyaka era gikyali mito ne baba nga bafiiriddwa bye baatandika n'obulamu ne babufiirwa. Selectoriums Live Uganda welcomes you onto this YouTube channel again. On this YouTube channel we talk creative and performing arts, and definitely the biggest percentage goes to music as an art. Selectoriums Live Uganda is a radio person, of course, radio personality, working with Radio Sapienza, that is 94.4 FM Radio Sapienza, the source of wisdom, streams of good music and sports. Having a show every Friday, that is 4 to 6 p.m, playing old school music, especially if that song at least has some 20 years of age. And I as well have a show every Saturday where I do commentary and analysis, and the first hour of that show is always offered given to the top 20 songs of Ugandan music artists. It is another way of contributing or giving a contribution onto the music industry of Uganda. From wherever you're watching Selectoriums Live Uganda, what you're supposed to expect on this show is very simple. And on this video in particular, we are trying to go through artists that achieved stardom, being popular and famous and being celebrated at few years, and later on they lost what they had attained. Today, actually, I just have to remind you about what we had yesterday or the previous video. On a daily basis, we upload a video, at least for you, my fans, and everyone who cares to watch. At least one of my professors told me, professors of music as a business, told me that if you're supposed to do education and information regarding music as an art, music as a business, music as a talent, don't always mind about the crowds. Don't mind about how many people watch my videos, how many people listen to me on radio. But the more important issue should be, more important point should be, are those few people listening and watching you able to get what you're telling them? Are they interested? Are they feeling what you're telling them? Are they passionate about music as an art or any other form of art? Yes. For me, always whenever I upload a video, even if it is only 200 people that have watched the video, in my opinion, and quoting my professor of music as a psychology, science, business and talent, I'm very happy, because in actual sense, for example, if you organize the workshop or seminar and you're having 200 people attending the seminar, it is sensible, it is have some good meaning, because on a daily basis, if I'm supposed to upload a video and sure that at least 100 or 200 people are watching Selectoriums, to me that is enough, because at the end of the day, it is not all about getting views and getting money, but is my contribution, is what I'm getting in terms of knowledge at Berkeley College of Music, Massachusetts. Am I able to translate it into good meaning to my audience, especially for Ugandans? So yesterday we had two artists. One, Aliyah, who died yesterday in an accident of a plane, that is a plane crash, and her story was touching and touched me first before even I put it on air, to an extent that some people called me who watched the story here on YouTube. Another video, story was about Richard Venezuela, or Richard Valens, who composed and recorded, performed La Bamba. Aliyah was a girlfriend, later on a wife to Robert Sylvester Kelly. She died in a plane crash, and Richie Valens as well did. So unfortunate. Today we come with two gentlemen that have similarities, have things in common. Era gwandaba ngoli mugwangere Uganda, ngolaba Selectoriums Live Uganda. Oyino kimanya nti ekindeeta wano ebiseera bisinga n'olaba nga ndi wano ku ntebe yange bwenti mbanja sharinga byesina walla wensola bisharingira. Actually mbisharinga only ku Radio Sapienza okugenda deep every Saturday okuva ku sawa 2 ez'okumakya paka 5 ez'akalasa mayanzi. Nti oluusi mba mfunye opportunity to be hosted on TV stations like NBS, where Kafuko normally calls me for discussions. Oluusi okusinza ku discussion ibaawo basobola agenda mu details of how did these guys die, what are the challenges that brought to their death or losing their brands. So one when and I get happy whenever I see, at least even if a video is watched by one person, for me it is satisfaction. To me it is satisfaction. But chap jo twayogera ku Rich Valens ne twogera ku Aliyah. Today we come with two gentlemen. The two gentlemen we are supposed to talk about, and why are we talking about them? First reason is they were popular, they were famous, they had big hit songs, they were successful financial, I should say. But how did they fail to work out life? How did we end up losing these gentlemen? It is a lesson for our artists in Uganda, in East Africa, and world over, that much as it is always good to attain what you're supposed to attain or achieve at an early age, also consider the fact that at that very age it is easier, so easy, to lose whatever you have achieved musically or in terms of entertainment as a talent and business. Selector Williams Live Uganda, like I've said, I'm a radio personality who works with Radio Sapiencia, and the moral authority where I get it to talk about some certain issues is that I've taken time to read, I'm taking time to research, both library research and field research. And later on, as I go into talking about artists of Uganda, Umar Katumba, Hamani Basude, Paul Job Cafero, Philip Bongo Retire, Jimmy Katumba, Moses Radio, Jose Chameleon, Bobby Wine, Juliana Kanyomas, I'll make sure that I do set some field research, going out to audio producers, songwriters, music consumers, to listen to what they have to say or talk about their music artists regarding how have they been able to keep it up to right now. Because we have seen people like Jose Chameleon has been here for some good years, performing, recording, and I need opinions from audio producers. How have they worked with artists like Jose Chameleon? What are those strongest points that Chameleon has? Because we are not supposed to talk about Chameleon yalemwa kino, Chameleon yalemwa kino. Like yesterday twayogedde ku Rich Valens having Blabamba okuba nti lwali luyimba lunene. That is an achievement. Aliyah alina bye yakola ebirungi, and having weaknesses, fena tulina weaknesses, fena tufuna challenges. Tekitegeeza nti we should come and crucify you. No. Today we talk about Christopher George Toro Wallace. Oba oyagala muyita Warak, oyagala muyita ki, kyonna kyoyagala muyita osobola okimuyita. This gentleman y'omu ku baayogumya is one of the artists, few artists that brought fever, high fever, havoc of vibration in the music industry of the United States of America, and especially for the guys who blossomed, who grew up musically in New York City, especially in the Bronx near JF Kennedy International Airport. Christopher George Latoa Wallace, mwena mumwanyi bamita the Notorious B.I.G. Oyo guy aliwa kabi. But we may not be able to go throughout his entire story of life and story of business, but we are supposed to look at the success stories. We are supposed to look at how he achieved the first achievements in the music as a business and as a talent. Another question is, was he talented? Yes, in terms of rap and raga, the guy was talented. Guy ono yazalwa wange nakuzomeza 20 May 17 ekindetesa as a scholar, it is bad okujja on set, you don't have a tab, you don't have an iPad, you don't have a book, you don't have a pen, you don't have a laptop, you don't have any point of reference. Abantu ogenda balimba. Abantu oba ogenda balimba. So the reason as to why I make sure that I come with my laptop, as a historian as well, you have to be specific and particular when it comes to years, times, dates. So that's why I'm as well having a notebook. Bino byonna nga mbyogera, I'm trying as well to inspire new YouTubers, people who want to come and become content creators. Totya the professor wange mbagambe yaŋŋamba bw'oba osobola okufuna abantu 5 ku radio ku TV ng'oli ku shiwadini nti abo bakuwuliza bakulaba buli ssaawa, it is enough. So whenever I come up to whenever I upload a video, it is not a matter of I should get 10,000. If they come, well and good, thanks to God. But for me, seeing on a daily basis that I get 200 people watching my videos, as a person, a scholar of music as a psychology, music as a business, entertainment entrepreneurship, an educator, an informer, person doing commentary and analysis, that one is okay and enough for me. Gayo ono yazalwa 1972 ngenda kuzomezi 21 May. Era yeno the Notorious B. Mwina bagoberera raga music. Mukimanyi nti ono omu ku baggayi abagugumula New York City. I can give a brief background about how rap music emerged and where it emerged from. It was a point of black Americans should as well participate in the entertainment industry of America. So black Americans stayed so much, especially in the New York and California, but in the New York, they so much resided in the Bronx. If you have ever boarded a plane and got off at JF Kennedy, the Bronx in New York is just near JF Kennedy International Airport. And as you're getting off to proceed to Massachusetts or Boston, there is a big billboard that I saw the 2 times I went to New York, seeing some writings telling stories of Jennifer Lopez, Snoop Doggy, and it is. Actually, they put animations of different rappers, black American artists, popular rhythm and blues artists, and etc. Owango Randa Gogenda chitudde ku kino gotusuubiza tugamba Notorious B. Okay. Kati gayo no yaleeta nyaka gugumuko mu United States of America naddala mu New York City ewatandikira rap music naddala mu America. Bagayi bajja nga nabo baagala okwetabamu nga music afuuse nnyo w'abazungu Abamerica, ng'afuuse nnyo wakuba nti gwe bwoba oli muddugavu tosobola kuba ku radio station. So ne baleeta music ono owa defiance, music wa rebellion, music wa resistance. Naye ekibi kya music ono wa rap nga atandika okujja mu the Bronx, United States of America, olw'okuba yajja na rebellion, even the artists themselves has remained rebellious all through. Olw'okuba yajja n'abaana b'abaddugavu abaali tebaliiko mwasirizi, abaali bazze nga they don't have enough basic facilitation in terms of welfare and etc. Kati abaana bano baali bayize n'ebiragalalagala, baali bayize ebizeezeze bitali birungi, and they are the artists abazze. So always songa eyo toyina nnyo kunenya some people bw'obasanga mu music industry, bw'obasanga ku radio stations, bw'obasanga ku TV nga balina ebibakola byolabanga ebitatambula bulungi nnyo, olina kusooka kumanya their background. Abantu abasinga twetakulidde bwetakulizi, kati bw'oba wetakulidde weekanga nti your history is contributing as well to your present. Wallace oba Walaka bamuzaalira ku St. Mary's Hospital mu Brooklyn, New York City. Ngenda kuzomeza 21 May 1972. Era family yali evudde Jamaica. Mama we Valeta Walak, tata we George Latta, amanya galigola la Torre osologamba la Torre oba Latta. Erinnya la Latta lya tata ate Walak oba Wallace lya mama. So Jamaicans abaali bavudde mu Jamaica ne bazaala omwana ne bamuzaala mu Brooklyn, St. Mary's Hospital mu New York City, kayen George n'amanya amalala the Notorious B. B.I.G. yatandika bino ebintu bya rap ku streets. People like Bobby Wine, B.A.B. Cool, Awan Jose Chameleon, many people like Eddie Kenzo, even me talking to you, learning how to talk on radio or facing the camera, away from being that I went and attended mass communication lectures. The biggest percentage is self-teaching. Ne kana kambata kana kayinza okuba kana kasekoko nga weegezaamu kaawo owulidde ba presenter bali ku radio ne weegezaamu. So nono mwana yatandika okubeera entertainer ku street sogo, era nga street sales atandika ozikolerako okubeera entertainer ku myaka emito. Giri gye naggambye nti a teenager would be the best when you're building or developing a talent. The only challenge as to and the most reason as to why we are coming up with these episodes talking about how these artists achieved stardom, popularity, fame at that teenage, and later on failed to handle life, ending up losing life, losing their brands. Kirwakuba nti oluusi ekyo kitulema. By God's grace, we are able to make it. I should not say that by Satan's bad works and intentions we lose it. Kati ne Notorious B mu myaka gy'obuto bwe yatandikira okukuba endongo ye, n'abako n'abangi bannyo ba inspiring. Naye nze kye nnoonyamu, was he successful at a certain point? Yes. Notorious B yakuba endongo, n'ayimba n'arapinga endongo ya bweri, era waliwo Tiana girlfriend we y'omu ku baasinga nga celebrating nga agamba Notorious B was the best when it came to rap music. N'abalala ba colleagues of course ababeerawo bamusaayi gwo bakibumba ebiringa ebyo. So gayona yatandika okubeera teenager entertaining abantu ne banyumirwa endoogo ye, sporting like any other talent. Like I told you about Robert Nesta Marley was spotted by Coxon Dodd. I talked about how Philip Lakidobe was spotted by Edward Seeger, later on Gallo Records. I told about how Yvonne Chaka was spotted by Patti Shange the late, and I talked to was taken to the studio to begin recording music. I talked about how Richie Valens was spotted by Barry. So buli muntu yana bakamukwata konono yali spotted n'atandika okukuba endongo eri serious. Naye ekibi kya New York City ne ba rappers bonna nti entandikwa yaabwe ya contributinga ku kubeerawo kwabwe ate ne contributinga kinene nnyo okuvaawo kwabwe. Notorious B yatandika okukola ebintu ebiraga nti yali atandise okututumuka. Ono okutuuka n'ekiseera okufeeka okubeera owakabi nti batandika omu sporting nga bamuteeke mu EMI, bamuteeke mu record levels ez'enjawulo, already nga w'amaanyi. New York oyo munene mmwe, New York alina streets 15. In America, if you're able to be a star in only New York, it is okay for you. If you are able to make it in California, kubaga amasaza abiri ago mani gasalawo kinene, later on you can just add on Los Angeles or Los Angeles, nze simanyi bwe mukiyita. So bambi gayono yatandika okukola ebintu bye. Rojjukira mu 1993 awo girlfriend we n'amuwa ne first born, awo nga bintu byakabiggwe, yakuba endongo. Yegattibwako bagaayi bakibanda. Bw'oba oli mu New York street ye15 13 you take time, and if you actually studied North America, if you studied New York, byebatusomesanga mu New York si bye biri New York right now. Naye bw'ogenda ku street sales man ziri dirty in terms of hygiene and in terms of character of the people who live there. So guy ono yakwatagana along the way. Sagala kubiruisaawo nnyo because I'm supposed to bring on another person. Nakwatagana ne bakibanda abanywa ebiragalagala abakukusa. Actually omu ku bagaya abakola omulimu ennyo mu rappers be New York is Pablo Escobar ne team ye. Kubanga obusamambiro bw'ennyaga bwamansukiranga ba rappers ababeeranga mu New York mu the Bronx. But to cut it short, this story cutting it short, katwogere nti amazima ya achievinga naye okwachivinga being able to make it in business of rap naye gata ku kibinja ky'abavubuka batonepankirako nkukuba wadde oba toyina kyonkoze. Ojjukira 1994 there was Ready to Die, and awo n'asalawo n'okugamba nti kafumbirigane ne omuyimbi Faith Evans. Actually abantu nga Babi tulina bebaza abantu nga Daniela, abantu nga mchala wange, abantu nga Nakai, abantu nga Irene Namato, because handling Selector Williams wamatu agabangalala n'amalago, it is not always easy. Si kyangu. So nono Evans Faith yafumbirwa mu 19 mwena nafumbirwa the Notorious B.I.G. naye agamba nti yatoba ne Notorious B.I.G. yali afuuse owakabi, but you're married and in marriage now with the Notorious B.I.G. Remember what the George Wallace nebirala ye Notorious B.I.G. Yes, you're married to Williams Mukisa, but remember is the Selector Williams Live Uganda of this world. Wakwanze ni mwana mulungi nza nogenda kuguru mu mande munange obufumbo ne bukwajja naye ngo omukyala yakubirira munnaye yatandika okufuna buli obubinja obumuvubuko wakali ayimba the Notorious B.I.G. butandise okwerondamu omusaayi gwa Notorious B.I.G. ne barappers abalala, era barappers abalala bo baali bagamba nti faba Shakur, we are versing or we are against the other side of Wallace. Ati bine ebyentalo z'aba rappers bonna Tupac Shakur, the Notorious B.I.G. nga be contributing to their success. Definitely many youths who have been successful in the music business partly are successful because of the beefs, stunts and rebellious acts they have carried along their business. In Africa, Uganda in particular, if you remove the beefs, stunts and other issues of violence, no bijja ku some artists ogera kulabanga mwana mulungi era nga n'okukakkana mwakakkanamu omala kuleeta biri n'alyoka abeeramu a bad man. So it is not so much limited and unique about only Ugandan music artists, but as well world over. We are talking about the Notorious B.I.G. is married to Faith Evans in 1994 and is so much into those cartels of Wababanda, of eyo street ya 15 13 no goes on. Wati dokubayo base ezalaisi ne ogenda yo n'amaro go osobola tubulira guy ne batandika okwezoganya ninge bitemugana kubeera wakabi nalola no bimade njogerako nga nkutegeeza nti wadde bibyo nabibaddengawo ninge bitemugana Notorious B.I.G. kubeera wakabi ko having a successful concert, but also mugana nawe actually in 1996 one of the milestones he had is collaborating with Mike Joseph Jackson. In United States of America, to collaborate with artists like Whitney Houston and Mike Joseph Jackson was a milestone, a success story. So na collaborating naye and collaborating with Mike Joseph Jackson was a success story and a milestone, but there were several arrests of drug abuse, attempted murder, character assassination, and etc. And being accused of killing Shakur, that is Tupac. Atulaba tutuluse mu 1996 gayo ono yazalibwa yanakuzomeza 21 May 1972 naye gyakoma okulinya issues zeyongera is having a good story, an achievement of collaborating with Mike Joseph Jackson, but he is being arrested every now and then, and on top of that there are accusations of being or having a contribution on Tupac Shakur's death. Whatever. Mwana wakabi background ye ya rebellion from the New York in the Bronx, is married by the way to Faith Evans, is having more songs, is collaborating with Mike Joseph Jackson, bamukwata nyo bamusibasiba ate ne yafudde Tupac Shakur bagamba ayinza okuba contributing nze kukufa kwe. Why? Because babadde babinkana mu bubinja bwabwe buliyo we New York. Genaku z'omwezi 23 March 1996 was arrested by the night club in Manhattan. Olwo ebizibu byeyongera much as hits weziri ebizibu byeyongera much as the guy is achieving musically in terms of business and in terms of entertainment. Bano bagayi balina amaanyi, you don't know n'okudona I should say, naye mu maanyi ago gatulema ffe n'okufuga. Most of the time when I do an interview or a discussion on TV, I go back and watch that interview. Era bwe ndaba ng'eyina ebirumidde nga nze, nyina bwe ndaba nti wano sabadde bulungi, era nyina ba patrons bange abantu bemutera aho okufaayo ennyo ne baga why Moses Matovu benjagala okuwuliriza ennyo what do they comment. Alex Mukulu, nyina omusajja oyo Mr. Kisemakula is my friend, my friend Juliana Kanyomos. Everyone needs to have a team of people alina okwogera naye. Lwabwa nti Juliana of course mukwano gwange era ne mugamba mbuulira nagamba it's not bad because he's my friend, yasobola okumbuulira, and I welcome it when people like Benda, abantu nga Pademan, all of artists bambi abakubira nagamba naye olowooza set eyo gyotudde. I appreciate that. So bagayi ffenna ababeera mu myaka gino egy'okukimakinga on media and in entertainment, we need those people to talk to us. We need some people to talk to us. If you're not allowing people to talk to you, you're a gone case. Bano abaana batandika baagala music waabwe akubwe ku radio stations. They want as well to be accepted in the business of music and entertainment in general in New York City. They were not guided, they were not oriented. So talking about George and his aka name, the Notorious B.I.G., the name itself says it all. Kati wekanga omwana ono ate nagenda ababeera part of the Notorious cartels ezo. Nijukira ebiseera bya Bennett ebiso ebyo. Kati omwana ono bambi omusaasira but was arrested on the 23rd of March 1996 mu Manhattan Net Club. Era yali agezaako mbu according to the documentaries I watch. I read a lot. I watch a lot of documentaries and interviews. So it is alleged, it is said that this gentleman was, together with his gang, a team of security operatives in his opinion, they were running after fans who had asked for autographs. Namu Uganda wano bibaddewo. Omuwagizi wo ng'akwagala genuine n'omukuba oluyi. Omuwagizi wo ng'abadde is meaning good for you. N'omusamba n'obikkula ecupa ya champagne tuli mu Ange n'ogiyira DJ because sanakuba luyimba lwo. Tonyigira ba artists bano babikoze their background. We just need to talk to their parents. We just need to talk to people who have been near them, close to them. We just need to talk to their audio producers, talk to their songwriters to exactly understand why artists act the way they act, why music journalists act the way they act, why radio presenters, TV personalities act the way we act. Always our history contribute to our present, and bad thing is that definitely most of the time contribute to our going in terms of death and losing it in terms of brand and business. Sebo omukulu ene kyamukwasa baali badduka n'ebiso baagala kuba ba fan ku night club, abaali bavudde mu night club Manhattan, United States of America. Poliisi n'emukwata n'emusiba kuba yali aduumira kateereri n'ebirala bingi nnyo. Ng'ennaku z'omwezi 7 Septemba 1996 mujjukira Shakur mutabani wa Black Panther politician oli omukyala bamukuba emirundi amasasi twa. Kakati mu Las Vegas sawo nga bakuba amasasi Tupac Shakur, it was again alleged and said that behind it was among those behind it was the Notorious B.I.G. Bino byonna tubiyigira coach. Notorious B.I.G. is a big rapper, big artist who is achieving severally, but again is failing to handle life, is failing to handle a lot of issues regarding his personality, character, and his brand and business. Okukubwa kwa masasi kwa Tupac Shakur ne kuinvolvinga the Notorious B.I.G. olaba watandika okuhavinga more dirty spots on his linen. Andaba ku Select Williams Live Uganda This story is both for information and education for me and you who is watching as a fan, and for the artists and other stakeholders of entertainment and music as an art. Omukungu olwo gwolaba yakola ebintu bingi nnyo. Yatandika ebyo bya arrest bamuarrestinga later on mu 1997 giri emisango gya Tupac Shakur. Oyinza obutagimulenyeza nnyo kuba beezoganya naawe. Abashakuru bakubanga the Notorious B.I.G. Nobody the Notorious B.I.G. bakuboli. However, when it comes to a certain group being accused of killing, shooting at another brand, awo bigendera mu court. Naye precisely omusajja ono ayina success stories enyingi. Atandika atyo kiruzinga mu 1997 kasaba batandika okugamba nti tandika okusasula obutitimbe bwa ssente ku account yo ne kutandika okuvaako ssente ziwandibadde okolamu ebirala oba otandise okkiruuzinga. Mu January 1997 giri emisango egyamuleetera okuba nti asibwa several times. This time bamugamba asasule emitwalo gya $40 ku damages eja accidents. Wali bamusibye Tupac Shakur manya wakubya abawagizi babale basaba autograph atotandise okutomole bagayi bano nga bakwata emmotoka zine ziriko GMC DMC ekitali gundi dangerous mechanical condition naye waliwo DMC ne GMC zibeera mu New York House. Babazikwata batomera emmotoka z'abantu abaparkings in their space. In their opinion, they believe there are some parking lots where they are supposed to park alone. Those big celebrities and Notorious B.I.G. and of course Tupac Shakur's team, they used to knock off people's cars. So accidents ezimu ze yakolanga. This time mu January 1997 bamugamba asasule emitwalo gya $40 olaba batandika okukkirira financially. Ebintu bingi byajja. Mu February 1997 n'agenda California yali promoting a life after death project yeyo. Omuntu abadde owakabi kutandika 1993 afunye ne marriage with Faith Evans. 1996 akoze ne collaboration with Mike Joseph Jackson. Ebizo bitandika okujja ebigenda muviirako okufanga akyali muto. He's promoting and doing more promotion and pushing his life after death project. Agenze California okola music video eya title track eyo. Mu March nakola radio interview ya the Dock House. In the interview nalyo kagamba mfunye ba security operatives abagenda okunkuma kati kubanchi zudde bana badde bakola enough or doing their work better. Nalanga okutambulanga n'abantu abo. Era nga nakusobeza 7 March 1997 nalanga okukola good works, corporate social responsibility, awarding Tony Braxton namga award yiyo gwebala kubeera mwana muyimbi mulungi. Nakola ebintu bingi nnyo na appearinga ku music awards eza Los Angeles naye kalinga tekebulizaayo akali kamusumbu wa Notorious B.I.G. Nalyo kagenda Notorious mugundi mu awards ezo nabeera mu audience nga talina kavuyo jukira buli yabeeranga nga bannamawulire bati okubeerawo n'abantu nga bagaana okwatendinga shows. Olaba bwotandika okuleeta issues ku brand yo ne image yo nti you a big rapper naye olw'ebintu byo history wo n'ebirala byozookoze presidents nyingi nnyo events ezikutambulirako obadde kavuyo ne bw'oba onaaterera. This time is awarding Tony Braxton and is attending the Los Angeles Music Awards. Mu audience mwalimu ne Aliyah, girlfriend and wife to Robert Sylvester Kelly. This time I mean good. Size kugamba bamugamba bannange we know you. At this time assigning a new security team totukuba naye yali saze ku meaning band this time. Era najja nakola ebintu bingi nnyo kati ekiro ekyo nga bali ku Music Awards mu Los Angeles sanga mukaga n'ekitundu ez'ekiro fire department negamba bannange music awards ziwedde buli muntu agende eka bano bagamba we still want to party, it's a Friday. Notorious B agamba people mwena bagala okusigala nga munyumirwa endongo musigalemu tewaba babakanga olaba watandika okuleeta akavuyo yatandise ng'omulungi overcrowding abantu ne batandika okujjula mu kizimbe nga n'awards kyokka asinga obireeta yona yaleese security operatives ze abakabiire abagamba nti manife bwe tuli oba oyagala kutwepankirako ne batandika okuzoganya kati fire department of that venue where the awards were held ne basalako era ne bagamba abantu bafulume. Notorious B n'ava mu motoka eyo nga balumiza abantu bangi nnyo mu fracas eyo. A stampede was there again nga tasibatebusobola na kuyiga ba artists ebiseera ebisinga presidents ezo naffe abali mu entertainment tebitera tuyigiriza weekanga nga addamu ebintu byebimu fracas stampede abantu abamu bafudde bali abamu bali unconscious omunene ye n'agenda n'alinnya GMC ne zitandika okutambula bila alongside each other ya okudda ku hotel ye n'alyoka atambula n'addayo ng'ali mu passenger seat ye Notorious B ne bagenda ne driver we n'abalala ne balinnya mu ndala GMC ngiye ng'alina ba 3 bodyguards. 2 trucks ne zitandika okujja ku the other side ey'emmotoka ye ku ssaawa 6:45 streets ne nga zijjudde abantu abaali bava mu concert era abaali bava mu kudeleyinga kuli okwo Notorious B ng'avuganya nabo bingi obulala batandika okutambula era oluguudo nga lujjudde abantu bangi nnyo kakati track eya GMC eya Notorious B neeyimirizibwa yard zinga 50 ze meters 46 waliwo gye bayita Peterson Automotive Museum akavuyo katandika okujja there. Notorious B agezaako okugenda to his hotel to rest olw'ebizibu byonna bibaddewo. Muyimbi wa kabi is a great rapper atandika okutambula bagaayi be bazoganyiriza mu ndeeri batandika okusembera bwe basembera ne bano bamanya nti tulabika tulumbiddwa ng'ennaku z'omwezi 7 March Notorious B ayagenza okwatendinga music awards emabegako nga yakamala okwawadinga Tottenham Braxton abadde mu audience n'aliya bamaze okuteekawo obuvuyo bonna ng'omukolo gwawedde dda ekivulu kyawedde dda oba show yawedde dda event yawedde dda ye n'asigalawo nti security yaleese y'amaanyi nnyo bamusazeeko ku bitaala mu United States of America mu New York especially and California, Los Angeles, Manhattan basalangako nnyo abantu bagendanga okuassassinatinga ku bitaala traffic lights. This time traka ye bagisazeeko ku ssaawa 6:30 ogw'ekiro mu kavuvu ŋŋana awo amasasi gavuga abantu bangi nnyo okuli ne ba bodyguards be okuli driver we bafuuse ba victims of the shootings era ye bamujja nabo ng'amaze okukubwa amasasi bamutwala mu ddwaliro bamutuuse mu ddwaliro babeeko kye bakola e Manhattan bwe bamutuusa mu ddwaliro bamala oluvannyuma balangirira nti omukungu yalina amaanyi eyali arapinze n'akola ebyamagero musical and in terms of rap ne beezoganya ne Tupac Shakur ng'amaze okufa eri the same way this guy is shot reaching hospital is pronounced dead. Ono guy history we I believe strongly nti ya contributing ku death ye era ku ssaawa 7:17 ogw'ekiro ne balangira nti the Notorious B yali afudde era ogenda okukebera nga ow'emyaka 24 yali atandise okufuna nti essasi liri mu kugulu liri mu kyenda liri mu kibumba liri mu mutima amawuggwe ne galemererwa kuba n'amasasi amalala gaali mu kibegabega. Next video will be about Tupac Shakur. Sobola gattako anything. What do we learn in terms of information education about this video? gye mmaze okusalawo nkuwe in precise yatandikanga n'abeera owakabi later on n'akiluzinga amasasi agaali gasse banna abalala ba rappers era ge gajjawo the Notorious B recklessness okubeera obutafaayo ku bulamu bwe n'okubeera owakabi byamuleetera ekyo. Mujjukira alubamu zeezo zi Ready to Die, zi Life After Death ya 1997 yali ali ku promotion. Moreover ekyali muzute Manhattan ku shooting a video nakola interviews promoting guy nafa Tupac Shakur wenjo kujja zako olunaku lwenakomawo ono yafiira ku myaka 24 the Notorious B.I.G. Christopher George Latoya Wallace enzaalwa eyi New York yafiira ku myaka 24 ngenda kuzomezi mu 9 March 1997 kali promoting Life After Death. Good thing is Life After Death twaji celebrating later nga yamaze okufa yazalibwa ennaku z'omwezi 20 Selected Williams Live Uganda. The reason as to why I bring on this information and for you to pick some leaves of education kwe kuba ntebina walala jojja bifuna because not many music journalists are willing to do research, to make research, both library and field research. I don't care if I get only 2 people to get this information and education, so long as me as a music journalist and a scholar of musicology banch kutusizako. Selected Live Uganda on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and elsewhere. Powered by whoever is watching this. I say goodbye for today.